that. I went back and asked the ladies, I said, what do you feel comfortable with? They said, no, I don't feel comfortable with them standing out here because there's a bunch of ladies that work in here. Even though you're not being violent, they have the right to ask you to leave, partner. All you had to do is go step off to the next land property over there and you could spread the message of love all day. You understand what I'm saying?
I'm freely associating with the public.
City property.
That's exactly right. It's city property.
You live in the city of Palm Springs?
It doesn't matter. It's none of
No,
your
it does,
business.
because
It's none of your
you pay taxes
business.
in the city
It's
of
none
Palm
of your
Springs.
business, buddy. None of your business.
I think we're going to have to step this up.
Big dummy.
Right. Left. Right.
Early evening at a small town city hall, a former Marine quietly unfurls a cardboard sign blessing homeless vets. Within minutes, the reception desk as nervous code enforcement shows up and a friendly request to move morphs into a demand for ID. Body cams roll as a simple sidewalk. Vigil slides toward handcuffs. How far will it go?
Yeah, you could go upstairs, but he didn't go.
Okay.
He just went on out the door, and now he's kind of hanging out front.
All right, I'll ask him to.
So just sweetly ask him to just float along.
Yes, ma'am. I'll take care of that for you. I love serving multi-purpose roles. Just to let you know, we also reset the AC to 72 upstairs, so it'd be cool for you guys for the...
Good, thank you. Yeah, but he's just standing out there with his sign.
All right. Let's see what's going on. What's going on, brother?
Hey, not much.
How you doing, man?
All right.
Doing okay?
Yes.
All right. What's your first name?
Sergeant Hemington?
Yeah.
My name, first name's Jeff. Jeff?
Jeff?
Yes, sir.
All right, Jeff. Hey, man. First, I appreciate the sign. That's awesome.
I'm hard of hearing, so can you speak up?
Yes, sir. So I appreciate the sign. That's pretty awesome. The ladies in front have asked me if you could go find another location to hang out. I mean, you're not doing anything wrong. You're not breaking any laws by any means.
Okay.
They just, right here in front of City Hall is a little bit different area. You know what I'm saying? It's city property.
City property?
Yeah.
Okay.
But, I mean, you can go, legitimately, you can go at the corner on this side of the grass. You can go anywhere along the side of the road.
Yes.
Just, this is city property, so they were asking if you don't mind just find another location. You're not breaking any laws, you're not in any trouble.
Yeah, I'd rather not. I'd rather just hang out here.
Well, that's kind of the issue. They don't want us just sitting out here. So, because it's city property, so they can ask you to leave if they want you to.
But you said I'm not breaking any laws or anything.
Well, no, but they're also, the city owns the property, so they can ask you just to hang out somewhere else.
I'd rather not.
Okay, all right. Sounds good.
Did he give you a hard time?
Mm-hmm.
He did. Oh, that's hard.
413.
No.
413.
How much straight can?
413.
Okay, we're hooking up with a 71 in front of City Hall. It's non-combative, but can you start me a patrol unit?
Well, you're gonna send up 413 City Hall, 7-Way.
Alright, so technically he's not breaking laws, but he's on city property, so
Yes.
we can ask him to leave.
Yes.
And that's what I told him. I said, you're not breaking any laws, the ladies don't feel comfortable with you standing out here.
Got it.
I said, you're welcome to go stand over in the corner, down there, down there, down there. So now if he doesn't leave, it's trespassing.
Okay. Well, hopefully he was just going.
He's already, well, he's like, I don't feel like leaving. I was like, well, I get that, but he's like, I'd rather not.
Feel
I'm
like it? Is that what he said?
he doesn't really, he'd rather not. He was polite about it. And I said, well, you're not breaking laws, but you are on city property. So it's owned by the city. If they don't feel comfortable with you standing out here, even though you're spreading a good message, you have to leave the property.
He can't stand in front of my city hall to my sports homeless vets. Like,
Well, I mean,
we can't have
if
that.
it wasn't,
And
you
he
know,
probably could.
but considering it's city property, it's considered private property.
Yes.
So he can go stand on the roadside anywhere else. So I got a patrol unit coming, that way I can talk to him some more and see what's going on.
Keep us safe.
And then I got to come see you. So, I'm not trying to give you a hard time, dude. So, is there a reason why you want to stand here?
God put it in my heart to stand right here and spread the message. God bless the homeless veterans.
I'm all for that. I'm all for you recording. I got no issue with that, okay?
All right.
I got my body cam on. for real.
Okay.
I don't even know what that's for. Probably so you can get across the intersection. Anyways, so what I did was I called for a patrol unit because I'm actually working for the code enforcement section, okay? I'm still a police officer. This is city property, okay? And you do have the right to spread your message anywhere you want unless it's private property. Then they have the right to ask you to leave. They can't tell you to tear your sign up or anything like that,
Right.
but that's the whole point of why I was out here talking to you. The ladies didn't feel comfortable with somebody just hanging out in front of City Hall.
Okay.
And being that it's on city property, they have the right to ask you to leave. You can go stand on that corner, you can go stand anywhere it's not actual city property, and do as you wish, brother, and spread the message.
Okay.
So that's all I'm saying, okay? Now, if you refuse to leave, then it would be trespassing, and then you'd be in trouble. So I'm asking you nicely, if just to relocate. That's all I'm asking you to do. You can go spread that message with love any way you want, other than city property right here. Exactly. You understand what I'm saying?
So this is city property?
All this is City Hall. This is city property.
All right. Am I being trespassed?
As of now, you are. Give me your ID. Now it's an investigation. I want your ID.
Leave then.
No, give me your ID. You're not free to go now. Because now you want to play the game. Go ahead and give me your identification.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
Give me that identification or you're going to jail.
Give me my...
Give me your identification so I can identify you and I can trespass you. Then you can leave. I'm not going to ask you a third time.
If I get arrested, I'll lose my job.
I'm not trying to arrest you. I'm trying to get you to comply with me, and you're trying to refuse to do that. So listen to me carefully. I want your identification so I can identify you and trespass you.
What crime do you suspect me of?
Sir?
What crime do you suspect me of?
You're failing to follow a lawful order, which is they've asked you to leave city property or asked me to ask you to leave. You're refusing to do so. Now I'm going to trespass you from the property because I asked you 3 times nicely to step off somewhere else.
Leave then?
No, now you wanted to refuse, so now I'm going to identify you and I can trespass you.
If I don't give you my ID, I'll go to jail.
That's exactly correct. You'll be arrested. You'll be fingerprinted and released. So all I want is your identification. No, not because of the sign, but because you failed to comply with my investigation, which was I asked you to leave nicely initially. You wanted to play the game with me. Now I'm playing the game with you.
Well, I said
Let me have your identification.
I said I would
Identification. I'm not going to say it.
in constitutional
Handcuffs. Turn around.
I'm engaged in constitutional protection.
Turn around. Let me see your sign. You put your phone in your pocket. All you have to do is give me your ID, bud. What's so hard with that? You know the game because you want to say, am I being trespassed? You could have gave me your ID. I would have trespassed you and let you walk off, brother.
Yeah, you were telling me to leave. I would rather not leave.
No, you're playing the game with me is what you're doing.
If you're trespassing me, I'll leave.
I asked you to leave before that. You wanted to play the game and make me trespass you. Don't play dumb games, man. It's going to get you in trouble.
Don't turn it. Why are you stopping
I'm putting
the
it in your
recording?
phone. I'm putting it in your...
You just stopped the recording, and
It's all recorded right here.
And it's all recorded right here. I'm saving your battery.
Take my phone and start recording again.
Sure, gladly. If that's what you want me to do, brother, I will do that for you.
Thank you.
There you go.
Can you
Put it
just
in
put it in
your
my
pocket.
shirt pocket right here?
I'm going to put it in this pocket so it won't fall out because it's an iPhone. I don't want to break it, dude. I don't have the money to replace your phone. You see how this easy this would have been? Here, officer, here's my ID. Now, I probably would have trespassed you because I asked you at least 5 to 6 times to step off the property. You said politely that you didn't want to do that. I didn't have a problem with that. I went back and asked the ladies, I said, what do you feel comfortable with? They said, no, I don't feel comfortable with standing out here because there's a bunch of ladies that work in here. Even though you're not being violent, they have the right to ask you to leave, partner. All you had to do is go step off to the next land property over there and you could spread the message of love all day. You understand what I'm saying? I wasn't trying to bust your chops, man. I'm just doing my job.
I'm going to remain silent at this point.
Okay, you have that right. You have that right. The only thing you have to answer is name, date of birth, and about your current address. Is all that current on your license?
Yes, it is.
Okay. All right. All right, hang tight for a second. I'm going to grab your sign so we can take that with you, okay?
You had to take him on in, huh?
Yeah, he's under arrest.
Okay.
I asked him 4 more times. I said, listen, you're not breaking the law essentially by standing out with a sign. I said, but ladies don't feel comfortable with you being on the property because it's just a bunch of ladies, even though you're not being disorderly. I said, they have the right to ask you to leave. It is City Hall property. All you have to do is go to the next corner over here, out on towards the road. As long as you're not on the roadway, you can go anywhere else, and I'll let you walk off. So he started playing the game. Well, am I being trespassed? I was like, you know what, let me have your ID. And then he refused to give it to me, so now it was being charged with obstruction. So, yeah, he's like, well, I'll just leave now. I was like, no, we're past that point now. We're playing the game.
See there, gave you a chance.
So, I'm going to take his sign and everything with him. He's going to end up getting released, but I'm going to have him banned from the property.
Good.
From City Hall. Okay? Yes, ma'am.
They're on public property saying God bless the homeless veterans.
Right, but they asked you just to go stand in the corner, man. It's just because there's a bunch of ladies up here. That's all it was. And then you tried to play the game with me, right?
No, but you don't understand. Half the people you're talking to are vets. I mean, we care about that, but we also have rules. I mean, you can't just do what you want.
And then when I asked you to leave, and you said, well, I'm being trespassed, I said, well, not yet, but I'm trying to help you just walk off. And he said, well, I'm being trespassed? I said, okay, now we're going to play the game. And then you refused to give me your ID. That was a big problem. Now you're under arrest for obstruction. Can one of y'all put him in the car? Follow this officer over here.
Double check them hands off. Before you put them in your phone, double lock.
I asked him like 6 times. I said, look, you're not really breaking the law. I said, other than the fact that the ladies don't want you sitting here in front of City Hall, you can spread the love anywhere you want to.
Sure.
Just go stand on that corner, down there, anywhere else. I said, so I need you to leave, dude, because they don't feel comfortable with you being up here. It's city property, they can ask you to leave.
property and he'd be fine.
Yeah. So after like 6 times of that, I was like, yo, I said, well, okay, you know what? I said, are you gonna leave? He's like, am I being trespassed? I was like, now we're playing the game. Okay, let me have your ID. He refused 3 times to give it to me. Done. So
It would have been very easy. You kept that.
I'm gonna put this in Florida.
I didn't check it over.
I'm gonna run it on my tablet. Just come over here, man. Change my damn direct deposit, dude. Shit.
Another vet, 27 years right here in the Marine Corps.
8 years active duty.
All we want you to do is just do the right thing, man. Just do, we all have rules.
413.
That's it. What happened to
1095 one mail.
I got it. All right, man. We'll work it out.
All right. He wanted his phone to stay recording, but now he's under arrest, so we can.
I mean, all of our shit's going, so he can do a.
He can open records request. I left it while before he was under arrest.
Yeah, that's fine.
So, all right. That's his sign and whatever else he's got. And if I first started talking to him, he's being cool, man. I was like, yeah, I appreciate the message. It's all good. I said, listen to me, though. I said, the ladies in the office just don't feel comfortable with somebody just standing out here. I said, they just want you to go stand, on the other piece of property.
Where was he at?
Right
Literally in the doorway.
Well, it's away from it, but like by the pillars. I said,
I mean, that's in the doorway.
Well, yeah. And she said, well, and he came in to use the bathroom. I was like, okay, they had no problem with that. Let him use the bathroom, but he walked out.
Okay.
And just came around here with a sign. So.
All right, you want to...
Yeah, I'm going to go to 400 help process and all that.
I was going to say both.
I got to go down there because that's my cuffs.
Well, my cuffs are in the truck.
Well, then you want to transport then? Well, I don't need to tie 2 people up for one person's job.
I'll give you a pair of cuffs, dude. I got like 5 sets.
That's fine.
Just give them back to me.
You only got 1 set of cuffs, Corporal? 2.
I'm going to put this in here so we make sure he gets his property back.
Use both of them.
Sergeant.
Stubborn people.
Basically. Oh, I'm good, brother. I got a pair, but thank you.
You want to cry about it? I'll give you a set
No,
home.
I wasn't crying.
All right, help me out.
Please.
If you don't mind, sir.
No problem. That's what I get paid to do, right?
I was trying to not go this route, and I was trying really hard to be nice. But look, just you can go stand across the corner, brother, and do what you want.
I do my best to give all. I try my best to give all veterans as much room as I could possibly
But
give them.
even if he wasn't being rude at first. And I said, look, dude, I said, the reason they're asking you to leave is because you're standing out here at the front of City Hall, even with a great message. There's a bunch of ladies up
That
here.
guy, the motorcycle, I took his ID, but I put it back in his mailbox because he left.
So, anyways, I'll grab a case number and I'll come to the office.
Yeah, no problem.
Cool.
I'll meet you there.
Thanks, man. Thank y'all. Appreciate it.
City property blurs legal lines. A polite ask can flip into a lawful order and an instant ID check. If you stand your ground film, quote the statutes, and weigh whether the principal is worth fingerprints and court fees. Calm knowledge, not bravado, wins when civil liberties meet trespass warnings. Now let's see those blurry lines come into sharp focus in Palm Beach Gardens, where one sidewalk blessing will test whose rule book really rules the day. Sun spills over Palm Beach Garden City Hall as a lone man greets commuters with "God bless the homeless veterans." What begins as a soft blessing quickly draws 911 calls, 3 officers, and a debate over whether sidewalk charity is free speech or banned panhandling in a city park. Stay tuned, this standoff's next move is anything but obvious.
Alrighty, I'll send somebody over.
What's up, Joe? How are you?
You give a guy a little money?
I'm panhandling now. He told me not to panhandle. He told me not to free speech, so I'm going to free speech that way.
He can't panhandle.
I wasn't doing that before until he told me not to do it. Now I'm panhandling.
Why are you panhandling?
Because it's free speech, and he's wrong about saying that I can't panhandle.
You're
The ordinance, the laws.
You're disrupting
No,
people
I'm not.
coming in and out.
No, I'm not. I'm exercising free speech on traditional public land. I'm freely associating with the
This is
public.
city property.
That's exactly right. It's city property.
You live in the city of Palm Beach
It
Gardens?
doesn't matter. It's none of
No,
your
it does,
business.
'cause if
It's
you
none of
don't
your
pay taxes
business.
in the city of
It's
Palm
none of
Beach
your
Gardens.
business, buddy. None of your business.
I think we're going to have to step this up.
Big dummy. Yeah, big dummy. You are a big dummy.
So are you.
This guy's pretty cool.
You have a job?
Yeah, I got a job. I
work?
make more money than you do, I guarantee you. Yeah.
Is this what you do?
I retired as a truck driver. Now I got a full-time job making more than I did as a truck
This is
driver.
what you do now?
Is it?
This is your social justice thing?
Yeah, it is my social justice. Prove big dummies like you wrong.
And you feel accomplished?
Trespass me off this property and you're going to be held
You
accountable.
feel accomplished?
Trespass me off this property and you're going to be held
Do you
accountable.
feel
What kind of low-life dirtbag like you would trespass somebody off a city property if you perceive them asking for help?
Not asking for help.
Huh? I'm
You just told me you have a pension.
panhandling.
You don't need help.
I'm panhandling.
Yeah, but you have a pension. You don't need
Well,
help.
before
Right
you
now,
do
you're
that,
just disrupting the public for
be
no
quiet
reason.
and let me talk.
Because you obviously
Before
have a
that,
pension.
you perceive
No,
me as being a
you don't need
panhandler.
help.
Before
So
that,
you're just here disrupting the
you
public.
perceive me as
because
being
you
a
have
panhandler.
pension.
And only
So
low-life,
you don't need
scumbag
help.
dirtbags
You don't need help.
harass people
You're
that they
not homeless.
perceive
You don't
before.
have- you
He's
don't need
stupid.
help.
He's stupid.
You're not homeless.
He's
and you
stupid.
don't
That's
need
right.
help.
I'm not homeless. I don't need help.
Okay, so
but
then
before
you're
you knew
just
that,
disrupting the public.
before you knew
Doesn't
that,
matter.
you thought
Now
I was
you need the
panhandling.
help.
I'm not going anywhere.
Now you need the
I'm
help.
free. I'm doing free speech.
Because right now you just told me you don't need help. You
Trespass me
don't need a
and
job.
I'll leave. If I'm trespassed, I'll leave under threat of arrest.
No,
Stupid.
there's no threat of arrest. I'm just telling you if you
Dum
return
dum.
after you're being trespassed.
Shut up, dum dum. I'm done talking to you, dum dum. What'd you say?
I'm just telling
What'd
you
you say?
need to be quiet.
You call me a big fat ass?
I didn't call you.
Is that part of your professional standards, dum
I
dum?
didn't call you anything.
You need to check your ego. Why don't you walk away and
Jeff,
let these guys handle
I
it?
don't
I
think he
need to
said
call
that.
you anything.
Huh?
Jeff, I don't think he said. We are getting phone calls about you saying that you're yelling at people and asking for money.
I'm not yelling at people asking for money. I'm saying God bless the homeless veterans.
So that I understand. But
Yeah,
someone
that's
said
all
that
I'm
you were
doing.
actually yelling obscenities.
He actually panhandled in my presence.
I did. That's true. And I panhandle in your presence.
And you don't need help. So you're just disrupting the public.
No, I'm not. I'm proving a point. I'm proving a point. This
You're
is free
disrupting
speech.
the public,
I'm
right?
proving a point. This is free
Because you don't
speech.
need help.
What public am I disrupting? I've got
Every
one,
time somebody
two,
comes in
three
and out,
police
you
officers.
stop them and ask them for money.
I've got 3 police. I didn't
you
stop him. He continued walking. I spoke to him as
You
he
don't
walked
need the
by.
help.
I spoke to him as he walked by.
Listen, do me a favor. Just get a life. Get another job. Get a hobby.
I'm fine with what I'm doing because I'm
but you know what? This
I'm doing.
is-
There's 2 things I'm
doesn't
doing
help
here.
the community,
I'm fighting
doesn't
for
help
free
society.
speech, and I'm fighting for the homeless people against people like you who want to harass them because you think that they're homeless. That's
I
what I'm
don't give
doing.
a shit if you're homeless or not. I give a shit if you're disrupting
Why are you cussing?
public business.
Why are you
That's
cussing?
not cussing. Shit's not business. Okay, that's not cussing.
I haven't cursed
That
you.
is a physical.
I called you a big dummy
It's a physical
because
thing.
that's what you are.
Okay.
But I'm
Let's hear
not
it from
cursing
you.
at you.
Yeah.
All right. Let me know if I'm trespassed, and I'll
Figure
leave.
that out in a second.
Yeah.
You might end up in cuffs.
I got a chance to leave first, stupid. If you tell me I'm trespassed, I will leave. I'll make sure I stand over here so I'm not in anybody's way. How you doing, officer? My name's Jeff. Nice to meet you. guys body cams are going?
Yeah. Yes, sir.
Officer Pierce. Officer Pierce, R-P-E-A-R-C-E. Officer G-U-L-L. My eyes are bad. And what was his name again, Officer?
G-U-I-L-L-E-N.
Okay, thank you. He hasn't told me I'm trespassed yet. If he says I'm trespassed, I will leave, okay? Because that's the way trespass laws work. Sir, you are now officially trespassed from the property. If you don't leave...
I'm sure they want to figure this out and do it the right way. You know, no one
I don't want to be trespassed. I just want to stand here like I've been doing since I got here at about 8:05. And these people are coming and going, saying God bless them. I'm proving a point to him. Panhandling is free speech. Just First Amendment protected free speeches. You cannot stop somebody from asking for help. You cannot stop somebody from asking for help.
You're not blocking traffic, right?
No.
You're not stopping people, right?
No, sir.
You're not getting in front of them and all that
No,
stuff?
sir. Free speech in America. Right here. Free speech in America. In front of City Hall, on the most traditional of traditional public forums. There's no more traditional public forum than the proverbial steps of City Hall on a public sidewalk. It doesn't get any more free speech than this. And I'm surrounded by 3 officers. You guys are cool, man, but this guy, his ego's taking over what he's doing. He's not thinking rationally. This is ego.
Is that a camera over there? Do not read the sign. You have to send it all people to
I do have to
city property.
But
I think we might have to take that. There's a sign there that says audio, video recording, or live streaming is not permitted without the express consent of all present.
that's the First Amendment protected right.
City property. Huh? It's city property.
It's an ordinance. I think if you look at your policy, that only applies to the inside building. It only applies to the inside building.
I'm not very YouTube famous, so I'm not making any decisions.
No, just go by what the city has. Yep. Absolutely. Do that. Alright, sir, I'm just going to tell you this one time. This is a city park. Lawrence Plaza, Square Park. This is in the city park. According to our ordinance, you're not allowed to panhandle in the city park. We've already done that in my presence. Okay? You can panhandle anywhere in the city that's not in the city park. So at this point, we're going to issue you a trespass warning. Okay? And you may not return on the property.
Okay, I'll leave.
18 months, please. You are not welcome on the property. You cannot return within 18 months.
Understood?
Okay?
It's not okay, but I understand.
I need your identification.
I don't give ID for trespass.
Well, right now, you're going to, because this is an investigation. And if you don't,
What crime
you're
have I
going to end up
committed?
going to jail. Well, right now, I'm telling you, we're issuing you a trespass warning. We
Okay,
need to know who to issue it to.
If you want to trespass me, I'll leave. You don't get ID unless there's a crime being committed. Right? So if you want to trespass me,
Can't wait to see you next time.
I'll leave.
Have a good one.
Thank you.
Can't wait to see you next time.
Sidewalk activism can pivot from goodwill to handcuffs with one trespass warning. Know the local carve-outs parks often rewrite the First Amendment and decide in advance whether refusing ID is worth an 18-month ban. Calm facts, rolling cameras, and a quick exit strategy beat ego every time you square off with city code. But trade that daylight lesson for the highway after dark, where flashing patrol lights and split-second sobriety checks will put composure to the test all over again. Blue lights flash across a dark Florida highway after an SUV rockets past an ongoing traffic stop. Bodycam footage captures the driver's nervous jokes as deputies line him up for field sobriety tests, heel to toe, one leg stand, finger to nose. Will a breathalyzer clear the air, or will the ride end at county jail?
Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Get out of the car. Put your hands up there. You got anything on you? Why are you driving so fast?
All good.
Just trying to get out of the way of traffic.
You blew my doors off. You blew his doors off. What are you doing?
I'm just trying to get out of the way of traffic, sir.
How much you had to drink tonight? You sure? You want to try that again? How much have you had to drink tonight?
I'm just catching up with friends.
Okay. Will you be able to do some field sobriety exercises for us? Everybody else can go kidding. Slow down. We got 4 minutes here. You can do some field sobriety exercises for us? Okay.
You did them at a speed?
I want to see it was around 50.
I'll see that.
You gotta move over too.
Yeah, absolutely 100% move over. Alright, let's do some field sobriety exercises. Do me a favor. Where's a good place do you think, Mace?
Have to reach out level over here.
Come on over here.
See you right there. I'm out tomorrow.
Stand right here for me. Yes. Do you mind killing your lights, Mace?
Yes.
Alright, stand right here, take off your hat. Do you have diabetes?
Yes.
Any high blood pressure? Any physical disabilities?
Yeah.
Anything that would prevent you from doing normal walking exercises?
Yes.
Alright. Do me a favor, stare at my thing. Go ahead and stare at this. Don't move your head, okay?
Yes, sir.
Just follow with your eyes and your eyes only, okay? The next exercise is going to be your walk and turn, okay? The first exercise is going to be, so what I want you to do is put your feet together real quick. And I'm going to have you put your left foot ahead of your right foot, just like this, okay? Okay? Hold this position until I tell you to begin. Do you understand? When I tell you to begin, you're going to take 9 heel-toe steps down the line. When you get to step sign, you're going to take a series of small steps. You're going to count your steps out loud. And you understand so far?
9 steps.
9 steps, count your steps out loud. I'm going to demonstrate this for you, okay? 1, 2, 3, 4. When you get to step 9, you're going to take a series of small steps, okay? Just like that. 9 steps back. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, all the way to 9. Do you understand these instructions? Okay. You may begin.
9 small steps back.
Yep.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
Okay. Our next exercise is going to be a one-leg stand. What I want you to do is stand with your feet together just like this. Okay. You're going to raise one foot, either foot, approximately 6 inches off the ground, about a Coke can height. Do you understand?
Like this?
I'll just demonstrate this for you, okay? You're going to count out loud in the following manner. 1001, 1002, 1003, and so forth until I tell you to stop. Do you understand?
Yes, sir.
So I'm going to demonstrate. 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, and so forth until I tell you to stop. Do you understand?
Okay.
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Brad.
We know when you're ready to begin.
Ready on your sir.
Alright. You may begin.
1001, 1002, 1003, 1004, 1005, 1006, 1007, 1008, 1009, 1010, 1011, 1012, 1013, 1014, 1015, 1001, 1002, 1003, 1004.
There you stop. Alright, next exercise is going to be finger to nose, okay? What I want you to do, I'll take your hat, okay? What I want you to do is going to take your fingers, put them down by your side, keep them just like this, okay? When I tell you to, you're going to keep your head about and eyes closed during this exercise. Do you understand? For safety reasons, I am not closing my eyes to demonstrate, okay? Tilt your head back. If the command is left, you reach out, touch the tip of your nose, bring it right back down to your side. If the command is right, You'll reach out, touch the tip of your nose, bring it right back down to your side. Do you understand so far?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Alright. Are you ready to begin? Do you understand all the instructions?
Fingers to nose.
Yes. Do you understand the instructions? Yes or no?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Left. Right. Left. Right. Right. Left. In favor? Change behind your back.
Can you let me know what you're arresting him for?
Yep, DUI.
DUI for what?
Alright, do you have anything in your pockets?
No, sir.
Where's your wallet?
It was attached to my phone magnetically.
Okay.
Is it your phone?
Where are you licensed out of? Okay, so this is your ID?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
Do you want your phone?
You want your phone?
I do.
That way you don't lose it, okay? I will plug in your phone up front. That way you have some battery. Okay. This has got to go in the car, okay? You can't have your pocket knife on you.
Understand.
Move your wrist up a little bit. Any guns in the car? Okay, I just need to know for safekeeping purposes. They won't be seized from you.
Unless the speed limit's on.
That's it.
Is this your family up here?
Yes, it is. Oh, it,
This woman right
not
here?
biologically, but yes.
Can I take your
Yes.
hat or anything?
Do you want?
Whatever they'll give you, yes. I don't know what to do. I dismissed the speed
Do you
limit.
want her to give you? Do you want her to take your car for you so you don't have to tow it?
Yes.
Okay.
Where are the keys at?
Right there on the hood.
It's a key fob.
Do you need to search it or anything for?
If you can go to the front seat from you to the area just for a case. If you want to have a seat, please.
Yes, sir.
I'm going to read something to you, okay? All right. I'm now requesting that you submit to a breath test. I'm now requesting that you submit to a lawful test of your breath for the purpose of determining its alcohol content. Will you take a test?
Yes, sir.
Okay. Yeah. I'm going to roll down the window for you. No, I'm going to roll down the window for you. Yeah, you'll have your phone.
Where are you taking it?
Right up the road,
What is right up the road?
St. Johns County Jail. Yeah, I'm right over here. St. Johns County Jail. It's off Lewis Speedway.
Okay, thank you.
I believe this is his. Your vape?
Yes.
Thank you.
And you have his phone?
I have his phone, I have his hat, I have his car keys.
Alright.
Off which speedway, sir?
Lewis Speedway.
Thank you.
I'm going to run him up to jail so we can move right here.
You gonna blow or what?
Yeah.
You need an operator?
Me?
Sweet, sounds good.
Was he pulling away from it all?
I had two car stops, so I don't know.
And then he hit us to move over.
Because he blew us over.
On the right, move overs. Cool, because I had one car stop, he blew past me, and I was like, here you go, Lyft driver. And
Yeah. So you had moved over, and then he had moved over on us because he blew right past us.
Yeah, he about hit me. All right. All right. 44 St. John's 51 CJ.
A split-second decision to speed or to refuse a safe ride can rewrite your life in flashing blue. Even one drink can cloud judgment. Highway move over laws won't forgive blurred vision. Think ahead, call a friend rideshare, or wait it out. Arriving late beats cuff clicks and court dates every single time.